Yeah. Hey, it wasn't pretty, but I liked how tough we played, and I liked our approach. And I thought we played very, very, very well on the defensive end, especially on their first shot. And, that was the plan. And then we were able to hold our own on the glass. I mean, that's a phenomenal offensive rebounding team. They send everybody, which is kind of rare. And we held our own. Obviously, like to clean up some of the little mistakes at the end of that thing and do a better job of extending our leads late. But, by and large, we're happy to win and move on.
Coach, a lot of fouls throughout the game.
Yep.
How did that disrupt the flow of the game?
I don't know if it disrupted the flow of the game, but it put us in some quandaries with, Perkins basically didn't play at all. So, we were adjusting on the fly with that. And then in the second half, we got in trouble when Welch got 4 and had to sub because he's obviously a guy we want to close the game with. But, they've told us they're going to call it like that. I think they're still in the process of adjusting. I think in the end it's going to be good for the game, but we all just need to kind of adjust and hope that everybody gets it right.
Mark, with Perkins out, you had McClellan bring it up, everybody bring it up
Yeah.
several times. How did those guys handle that situation?
I mean, I thought just okay. I think that's where I think we can make our biggest step. They probably haven't been having to do that much. We need to work on that more. But by and large, in a pressure situation, UW does some things that you just don't usually see. They play on top of everything, and they no entry passes is easy. They front the posts out to 20 feet, and it's just a different deal. And then I think our guys were a little bit gun shy with just how it was being called, and were afraid to attack. And so that puts a guard in a hard spot, especially if you're not. Maybe if that's not your primary responsibility. So I thought Silas filled in very well. Kyle Dranginas, again, is kind of the silent hero for us, kind of night in and night out. He just does what he does.
Obviously, you want to get the ball inside. That was obviously effective again for you.
Yeah, I mean, we felt we had an advantage in there. And if they want to front us, we're going to try to exploit the front. And we're going to get it to, these guys, we've said all along we think they're as good as anybody in the country, so that's who we are. So that shouldn't have been a shock to anybody.
Mark, how much is the concept of continuity meant to your program? Going all the way back to when you took over for Amos and having so many seniors contributing this year, how much has continuity been a threat in that regard?
It's probably the centerpiece of the whole thing. Continuity on the staff, continuity with the guys in our program, truly understanding and buying in, like, hey, I got to pass this thing on. The assistants were telling me today or last night, it was interesting that, these last couple years of guys that have went through are staying more in touch with this team and in tune with this team and constantly asking whether, Kevin's over in the Grand Canary Islands, FaceTiming and doing everything to encourage Perk and all these guys and Gary Bell, Sam Dower, David Stockton. They're invested in this thing and they want these guys to have success and keep it going, and that's pretty cool too. And I think that's 100% based on continuity with the same staff and all our guys.
The Syracuse and UConn coaches and kids were kind of saying the same thing because they've had that where the coaching succession has been passed on, players buy-in.
Yeah.
They become alumni.
I'm surprised that more ADs don't figure that out and more presidents don't figure out. When you got a good thing, you get these ADs that think they're smarter than they really are, and they go higher from without the system, and then you got a screwed up program for sometimes you can't even get it back on the tracks. So I'm just speaking from our deal. Continuity has been huge. To have Mike Roth, my athletic director here the entire time, has been unbelievable. And he's allowed us to grow, and he gets it, and it's been a big key.
For Kyle and Domas, that's a high-flying team on the glass especially. Talk about the battle on the boards and if you feel like you did enough to kind of offset their high jumping and all the things they do.
That was a huge key to our game, is just out-rebound them. We obviously could have done a lot better. So hopefully throughout the season we just can continue to improve on that. And for us, I mean, we did enough because we got the win, so we did something right.
I think so too. It was the main key for the game to out rebound them. I think we could have done a better job, but it's up to the whole team to box out and help everyone.
How important
on
is
the
it
guard.
to have those late game situations, guys, where things are going well, but things get really tight there at the end? It's having that early season testing early to be able to close out games like I was saying.
I just think we have a great backcourt and coaching staff. They help us the players and players just play with poise on the court.
Kyle?
It's great for us. I mean, this tournament's great for us. Just practicing against some really good length. I mean, those guys were very long and athletic, and I mean, like coach was saying in the huddles, we just got to do a better job at knowing that if a game gets like that, we don't have to run a play every time. Like just knowing the concepts and what to do against different defenses, just being players out there. And I think that's what we did well today. Is we just put foul pressure on them, and sometimes we weren't even running the plays that we've been practicing. But I mean, sometimes you just have to punch a gap and be strong with the ball. And even guys like Josh Perkins, like taking your time, it might not be pretty, but it's just really effective.
Mark, obviously they can work down low and stretch the floor a little bit too, but passing ability of the bigs comes in there.
Oh, it's very underrated, and that's why if we can, we want the ball in their hands as much as possible. I mean, we're kind of in essence running a lot of our offense through them. Much like we did with Olenek and that crew. Olenek and Harris. And obviously these two can really do it, but I think Shemek is vastly underrated with that. He's a terrific feel for the game, terrific passer. It might be our best passer when it really comes down to it. Okay. All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.